Hello, everybody. This is Queen City Loser, and welcome to a special, some type of what can I say? A storyline for Maximum Football, 2019. As you know, the game is supposedly coming out September 27th for the PlayStation 4. Eh, excuse me. And at the moment, we don't know about Xbox or Microsoft, but I believe um the person who announced the release date, Ryan Moody 21, will either announce it, saying that it did get um, that it got certified for Microsoft, or any more words about that. But at the moment, September 27th is the date. So I was thinking about a storyline dealing with one of the colleges of the team, and just if it interests you when the game comes out, that's when I'll be start working on it. If not, I'm sorry. But either way, here we go. College football. It's big around the United States. From California to Texas to even my home in North Carolina. College football means a lot to people. To me, it was just 4 years with a scholarship, able to throw the ball. For the college I was in, we wasn't well known in the country or somewhat in the state of North Carolina. But there was one year that it could have changed. We could have changed what the face of college football really was. We were the underdog, and we could have took the top spot. Now don't get me wrong, there have been a couple good spots, good hopeful spots in the years of college football. From Boise to Hawaii, TCU, hell, even Mississippi State. And I'm just mouthing off at the moment, but thinking back to it, it was one crazy year. We could have had it all, but unfortunately, it took one play, couple of seconds left, and one bad decision. Raleigh State, at this moment, needs an answer prayer. And from their quarterback and their one wide receiver, they can actually make a miracle. Today, Tuscaloosa has fallen. Austin is at the number 2 spot. Raleigh State is at number 4. So with the loss for Louisiana, they can bump up to number 3, but have the chance to be bumped up to number 2 and make it to the national championship game. This is big for a team like Raleigh State. The Huskies can finally make a name for themselves. And with a couple of seconds left, 3 seconds, one big play can actually work, can actually get them to a national championship game. Quarterback Mr. Darius Lingerfelt, he's getting ready. He's trying to make some calls. Defense is adjusting themselves. People are thinking, give the ball to Patrick Rillis. Let's see what they can do. There's the snap. Darius is looking for a player. He needs an opening. He cannot afford to lose this game. This is very big. Lingerfelt's calling himself, but at the moment, double coverage is covering up. Wait, what is he doing? Darius has thrown the ball. Lingerfelt has thrown the ball, and no! Lingerfelt, incomplete pass to Michael Gillis. Raleigh State has lost the game. What was supposed to be a needed touchdown, blown by incomplete pass. I remember that night. I stayed on the field while everybody else was in the locker room. Patrick, he won in my head, clearly. I know he could outrun the coverage, but I saw what was going on. That had one more person ahead of him, and even if I threw that ball, it was going to be a lob. And if I lob it up, either those two right in front of him was going to intercept it, and if he even outrun them, that other person was going to catch it. I just had to think of a way of getting an open man. And there he was. Unfortunately, he didn't catch the ball. He was kind of open, but even I saw that he was going to get tackled early. Did I blow the game? I mean, you could say that. Some of the best players can never make miracles. And I wasn't a guy who make miracles. For the year 94, we slumped down. It was a harsh slump. We were ranked 16 out of the BCS and just into the mediocre bowls. Willis, he left. He transferred. After what happened, I didn't blame him. His parents was pissed off. Hell, given his father raised hell at the coach. For me, I just finished my junior year. Senior year, I didn't graduate from Raleigh State. I transferred. I saw the looks on everybody's faces. They were always disappointed. They were saying this year could have been the year. Unfortunately, I took that away. Everybody wanted my head. Death threats, even to my family. So I head back in my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. Went to finish up my senior year in the University of Charlotte, home of the Mallards. I didn't play football that year. I couldn't care anymore. I was done. Done with football. Just over. I could hear everybody in the States around the sports leagues saying how big of a joke I was as a quarterback. Yeah, looking back at it, I had a lot of good games. I had a lot of tough games. Tough injuries, like my ACL tear during my sophomore year. Hell, a separated shoulder at my freshman year. Yeah, I still remember that. But it was something about that last game. We could have won the conference championship. We could have been the underdog story. But looking back at it, I'd rather be embarrassed for a conference championship game than be very embarrassed at the national championship. Years later, I decided to dive back in to football, but not college. High school football. Back in my old high school of East Lincolnton, we were the Sharks, and we were dominating. Yeah, we lost some games, but it comes, and sometimes it goes. We'll always try out for this state championship. Only one time we won. The others wasn't really good. But this year, it was really special. We won. We went from state all the way to national. Those kids were so happy. Look at me with smiles on their face. They were so excited. We get to finally be in a national tournament and try out to take the country by storm. It's a long It's a long way to talk about it, but to think that high, I love the determination from my students and from the teammates. Unfortunately, that's where it stops. Alright, guys, bring it in. I know what happened out there. It wasn't what we thought it was. But you gotta realize 50 states, dozens, no, thousands of high schoolers coming together to try to say that their school's the best, that their football team was the best. I know that we wanted the spotlight. And sometimes the spotlight's not really that good. Trust me, I know. I've been there before. But look where we are. Look around you. We did our damnedest throughout this year, throughout state, and now nationals. Never in our school's history ever came this far as how we were. And let me tell you guys, I am very proud of you. We played out there, and I get it. Some of you are frustrated. Some of you are saddened. But me, I'm proud. I could sit here and say that we went out there and we got our ass kicked. But to see that how far we came, how far we played, it's not about how fast we can run, how long our arms can reach out. It's about right here. Heart. If you leave everything, not just 100%, not just 110, not just 120, everything that you got in your body out in that field, you'll play. You'll be champions. You guys over here, defense, special teams, offense, you're champions in my heart. And I'm very proud to be here along with all of you tonight. Now bring it in, guys. East League at 10 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Those students, I was gonna miss them. To see their smiles, their face after that one speech. I wasn't really good at speeches. But one thing for sure, they were pumped up. They were fired up. They were very proud to go back home. Take that long trip home, only to see that their fellow students cheered us on, even if it was an embarrassing loss, even though a lot of things misplayed in our heads. We were there. We came far, and as long as we played with heart, we will always be winners, even if we do lose. When we came back, I met with a surprising person, a familiar face I never thought I was going to see ever again. I tried not to see him or talk to him ever, but for him to come all this way from Raleigh to Charlotte, yeah, it was a surprise for me. Come in. Well. Mr. Lingerfelt, I gotta say, I would never thought I would see you as a coach for a football team. Coach? Hey, how you doing? What are you doing all the way here? Well, a lot of things has been going on here. Let's just say we're looking for somebody that should remind us of how we were back then. Somebody recorded your little speech at the Nationals. We need a coach like that. Someone to tell our team to play with heart. Someone to fire them up. And I gotta say, it should be you. Are you asking me to be the coach for the Huskies? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's been decades, but let's just say I don't think I'm still welcome over there since '94. You're still welcome. It's home. Home away from home. But we're down. And gone through coach throughout the years. And sometimes their best interest is not being the coach that you are. We need someone like you. Heck, I could even say we need someone. Well, we need you. And I believe you could take the team far. Not as far as, the college football playoffs. It'd be surprising, but further than we want to go. So, okay. You're asking me to coach at the college that I somehow, some way, still to this day, being called screwed over. Still being blamed for the time that we should have been at a national championship game. The bad throw toss. The game that I blew. The game that Mr. Willis still to this day still can't get over. Even though he won a national championship in his senior year. You want me to go coach for the Raleigh State Huskies. Just think it over. You need me? Come back home and we'll talk. Okay, coach. Hey, don't call me coach. It's Mr. Armstrong. I don't coach anymore. I'm retired out of that. Okay, Mr. Armstrong. Take care. With the recruitment of my former coach, Mr. Ray Armstrong, I traveled back to Raleigh State. I traveled back and looked around and see what changes can I do. I'm just one person. I was just a high school football coach. I was a teacher doing history. What did I know about college coaching? Then I look at some of the trophies we've won. Looking at some of the students. Looking at the football field that I used to play on. Looking down at the halls that I walked in. I tell you no lie, there was a smile on my face every time. The students looked at me like I was crazy, but it was something special. It was something special in my heart. At my senior year, I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to stay and not play football. Just finish taking my degree in history and living my life. But knowing that I was a disappointment the year before, yeah, I had to escape. But now, all the memories were flooding back in my head. I reached the football field looking at the guys that I was gonna maybe coach for the year. Those kids was working hard, looking around, and just exercising, training, putting everything out there. It reminded me of my high school team. And to think about it, I was going to take the job. And I did. The problem is, what is to do? A couple weeks soon, or a couple months, was going to be the start of the college football season. If we put everything on the line, everything on the field, these kids will go far. Maybe even to the playoffs. But hard work and dedication is going to get us far. And we're going far than you ever expect. There you guys have it. There is my story about head coach Darius Lingerfelt and the rise of the Raleigh State Huskies. So, if you like something like that, just let me know in the comments below. Sorry that it's just pictures and everything. I'm not really good at trying to make this as a big movie scene or whatever. I can't do it, okay? I lack things. But anyway, hopefully you like it. Let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry my acting's not good, but I was never meant to be an actor. Either way, it's your boy Queen City Loser, and I shall see you next time.